Hello historians, I am Jennifer Worman and this is my discussion video for the History 512 class for the Christianity in the American Revolution discussion on Mark David Hall's chapter, Vindice contra Tyrannos, the influence of the Reformed tradition in the American founding from his book, Faith in the Founders of the American Republic. I will attempt to present the interpretations and impartial analysis of historian Sidney Alstrom's study on how the political ideologies of Reformed or Calvinist leaders influence conflict with the British, resulting ultimately in the founding of America. I acknowledge that according to course guidelines, historians must be honest and objective in their research, accepting it is God who has established order, intelligence, and truth, while recognizing the Bible and history teach all men to recognize their human limitations. Alstrom highlights the research of multiple historians, showing by the year 1776, while 75% of the American people were Reformed, the highest profile founding fathers were not. They were, however, discipled by teachers mainly in the Calvinist faith, particularly that in the New England area. The Reformed beliefs then greatly contributed to the political development throughout colonial America, and Alstrom implores readers to consider the demographics of faith and practice of a wider array of founding fathers, those less in the spotlight now, but very much in the action then. They are who made up the quorums, who filled the congressional seats, who strengthened the political undercurrents that carried a young America forward. With the birth of the Protestant Reformation in 1517 came the Reformed political theory that emphasized it is God who conducts, who inducts, and ordains governors and governments, that all citizens are subject to governance, but that biblical ethics and commandments supersede that of unbiblical rulers. This shared commission by the church and government should be a collaboration of vision. However, the unique tasks entrusted to the church by God should be reserved only for those in the church. For it is by the hands of sinners all labors are done, and therefore the total depravity understood by Calvinists every sinner is born into must be taken into account. Governance must be contained in defense from this inevitable sin. This is the belief culture that gave way for the revolutionary thought when God-given rights were usurped and citizens given a vision of an independent and free America. Vindice contra Tyrannos, a defense of liberty against tyrants by French Protestant writer Mornay. He lays the groundwork that life without liberty is not truly life at all, that the preservation and protection of freedom is of the highest calls by God to mankind. This school of thought was shifted over time as progressivism, imperialism, and social movements transposed how historians studied the faith of the founding fathers. With the digital age enhancing academia through cataloging primary sources for online viewing, historians were able to consume vast amounts of personal correspondence, congressional records, even secret records never before released to the public. This allowed a wider scope into each founder, a deeper faith or a deeper understanding of their personality, and a more authentic cognizance of their faith. This shift over the last century met a complexity, though. During the neo-consensus era in the mid-20th century, a time when America was suffering post-war, a time when the historiography emphasized one people, one nation, one history. Historian of that time, Hofstadter, wrote in his book, The American Political Tradition, quote, "To seek America's common ground of cultural and political tradition upon which American civilization has stood," end quote. This included faith and religious principles. So shared fundamentals were highlighted, philosophies melted together, again with social movements in the People's History era resetting the tone. Individualities were now reconsidered and their differences finally acknowledged. Franklin Lambert, in his book, The Founding Fathers and Their Place in Religion, stated, quote, "By their actions, the Founding Fathers made clear that their primary concern was religious freedom, not the advancement of state religion. Individuals, not the government, would define religious faith and practice in the United States," end quote. In addition, the wider scope of contributors to the founding of America, the study of those patriots not normally in the spotlight, offers a more authentic conglomerate to the group. Alstrom's scholarship contributes to the American history in a helpful way, recognizing it was Reformed ideology that propelled the colonies to seek independence from England, not just defending their motives, but demanding the founding fathers preserve and protect God-given freedoms of these United States of America. Thank you, and stay curious.